To keep living. There's times where you want to give up, but life is better than death, because in death you see no more, you hear no more, you won't get to see the sunshine. Hello, good afternoon.
Do you want to start by introducing yourself?
Oh, my name is Bernice. I'm a friend to, I acquired a friend from the ward called Rachel.
Yeah.
I'm almost 40 years old, and I suffer from a red cell disorder.
Okay. Cool. Say what it is.
Oh, they diagnosed me when I was young. They call it Sickle Cell.
Okay.
Now we're in the 21st century. It's called red cell disorder, which is much better.
Nicer.
Yeah.
Okay. In your own words, how would you describe sickle cell?
In my own words, I would describe it as a very trying, challenging illness, because we look well on the outside, but our blood is the problem. It's a very painful, excruciating illness, especially if one exerts themselves. Like, I only have to do this. If I do this and I try and get up and get out of bed,
Yeah.
my blood pressure will just go up, because I'm using some kind of energy. Now, if I use too much of that energy, I will get ill.
Yeah.
So describing sickle cell is a painful illness that happens without warning.
Okay. That's good. What complications have you had from the illness?
Well, unfortunately, I've had DVT a few years back, and that's a complication that you get from the sickle cell, because they're trying to find lines, and unfortunately the line they found for me was in my leg, in my artery.
Okay.
So they decided to use it,
Oh.
and that's how I got the complication of DVT, deep vein thrombosis.
Are there any other complications that you've had?
Yeah, I've had complications sometimes by perhaps the staff not knowing how to administer medicines. Like when I was about 19, they gave me steroids, and it was the wrong drug to give, and my face blew up. And while my mother was nursing me in the hospital, she kept saying to me, "Stop looking in the mirror, don't look in the mirror," because I had a drip stand and stuff. So yeah, you can have irreversible damage. So now, even though I've got this nice lipstick on, I don't feel here. This is numb.
Really?
Yeah, this is numb. If I kissed you, I don't feel the bottom lip. That's a complication from a steroid, steroids tablet.
Wow, okay.
So yeah, you get complications like, unfortunately, the DVT, the TVT, the paralysis.
Yeah.
And also I heard that some people, this red cell disorder, which used to be called sickle cell, they have strokes. And as I got older, because of irreversible damage by having a job or work or college, you'll have a crisis. They call it crisis when your cells start clotting together. It's like traffic jam, and that's where the pain is. The pain is all over your body. It starts at the base of your back, and it creeps up.
This is for you.
Up. Yeah, it creep up, wham! Your whole body, you're in
Bam.
pain. You start moving, you start, everyone's like, "What's wrong with you? Are you alright?" No, I'm all left, I used to say to you.
Okay. What's the hardest part of living with sickle cell?
I think for me, the hardest part is, that's a good question, the hardest part. I think with me, the hardest part is knowing what it can do to you, which is life-threatening.
Yeah, yeah, that's true.
Say no more.
Yeah. Okay, sickle cell crises are painful, but what does the pain feel like to you? Can you compare it to any other pain you have felt in your life?
The answer to that, no, I can't compare the pain to any pain that I've ever had. It's not like toothache. It's not like having a menstruation, a period pain. It's like broken glass, crushed up glass, trying to go through your veins, your capillaries.
Oh, that's a good one.
And you seem to hold your breath a lot because you can't breathe, so you're like... So we've learned to, when we hold our breath, the pain is even more because we're not carrying enough oxygen at that time when you're in a lot of pain, having a crisis.
That's a good explanation, actually.
I always explained it that way. The other people, some others say, well, I say sometimes traffic jam. So we're all trying to get to a place and we're all jammed, and the cells are all jammed like that.
Okay.
Nice to see Michelle up and walking.
Yeah.
Oh, she took my... I'm admiring this lady up walking.
Okay, what advice would you give to people living with sickle cell or any other long-term condition?
To keep living. There's times where you want to give up, but life is better than death, because in death you see no more, you hear no more, you won't get to see the sunshine. It's very difficult. I do understand that part. You can a sickle cell illness, or when it becomes a disease because of complications, can be very demoralizing, and you feel unworthy. You feel, how can I cope with this? I would advise them to listen to their hematologist and take all their medications, and always have pain relief at hand. Not because it's painful, you take the pain relief before the crisis comes. So it's very tricky. It takes a few years to work that out. You won't do it as a teenager. The pain will come first, and you'll be in so much pain that you need to go to A&E.
Cool. I
would not hesitate to do a 999 call. I would not hesitate for you to... It was hard when you're in a crisis to ask for help, number one. But I think people with sickle cell should not be left alone for more than maybe 20 minutes, 10 minutes. They should always be assisted by someone or something, have some kind of distraction.
Alright, that's the end of the interview, Bernice. Thank you so much for answering the questions.
You're welcome.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
I'd like to say I'm surprised that we're in the 22nd century. They can send people to the moon for 6 months, yet we still don't have cure. I think this is sad, because I know of reading in my 20s of cures for thalassemia and sickle, but we didn't use them due to bureaucracy. And in Europe they seem to be more forward thinking, and in America I noticed that we're a bit late here, because there is cure for sickle cell, but it's expensive. But if you think of the expense all throughout one's life, and the expense of hurting in your body, in all your joints, I think it's not worth it. I think they should spend that money on people with red cell disorders, especially red cell disorder, because they need more awareness.
Thank you so much, Bernice.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Always be by my side till the day I die. Bass.